Nakapag-fill up ka na ba ng forms for your medical allowance? At nakapag-submit ka na ba ng form for this grant? Kung hindi pa, maganda siguro bago ka mag-submit ay panoorin mo ang videong ito. We will review the guidelines on the grant of medical allowance to the Department of Education personnel. Ito po ay base sa DepEd Order number 16, 2025. Good day everyone! Welcome back to Sir Fox Learning Channel. For today's video, ayan nga, i-review po natin itong guidelines, itong DepEd Order number 16 series of 2025 na ibinaba noong June 9, 2025 na may pamagat or title na Guidelines on the Grant of Medical Allowance to the Department of Education Personnel. Ayan. So, katatapos lang po namin ito mag-submit ng form pero wala pa akong HMO. I don't know kung paano. So, alamin po natin. Baka first time ko rin actually itong babasahin ang memong to. The Department of Education issues an enclosed guidelines to the grant of medical allowance to the DepEd personnel pursuant to Executive Order number 64, series of 2024, titled Updating the Salary Schedule for Civilian Government Personnel and Authorizing the Grant of Additional Allowance, and for other purposes, and Department of Budget Management Budget Circular number 2024-6, titled Rules and Regulations on the Grant of Medical Allowance to Civilian Government Personnel, issue on December 12, 2024. Pagka in-analyze po natin, ito po ay good news. Lalo na yung mga kaguro natin at taga-London, di ba? Kasi somehow, in a way, makakatulong po ito. So, kung paano makakatulong ang grant na to, ay basahin po natin, aralin po natin, i-review po natin ang DepEd order na ito. Sabi po dito, this order establishes guidelines for granting medical allowance to all eligible DepEd teaching and non-teaching personnel. So, merong non-eligible. So, paano natin malalaman na eligible yung DepEd personnel? So, sabi po dito, moreover, this order aims to ensure access to essential healthcare services for DepEd personnel through the provision of medical allowance, thereby promoting their overall well-being and enhancing their financial security. So, magkakaroon ka na ng health care or health card through medical allowance. Ayan. All orders and other related issuance, rules, regulation, and provision that are inconsistent with this guideline are repealed, rescinded, or modified accordingly. Ayan. The order shall take effect immediately upon its approval, issuance, and publication on the DepEd website. Certified true copies of these orders shall be registered with the official and national administrative register at the University of the Philippines Law Center. So again, itong review na ginagawa po natin ay sabi niyo, ba't binabasa mo lang naman? Yun nga, kaya nga natin nire-review binabasa kasi nga gusto nating matuto ano bang nilalaman ng DepEd order na to. So, yung mga katulad ko na auditory learner, hopefully makatulong po ito sa inyo. So, instead of babasahin nyo word for word, pwede nyong panoorin na lang sa channel ko. Pwede nyong i-play lang or kahit habang kumakain ka, nanonood ka sa channel ko. Di ba? Pwede. At syempre, ito po ay signed ng ating secretary, DepEd Secretary Sunny Angara. Happy birthday po pala sa inyo, sir. And more birthdays to come. So dito na po tayo sa guidelines. Sabi po dito, guidelines on the grant of medical allowance to the Department of Education personnel. So ano po yung rationale nito? Sabi po, civilian government personnel including teaching and non-teaching personnel of the Department of Education are at considerable risk of financial strain due to the escalating cost of medication and hospitalization, while the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation PhilHealth provides health insurance if or it is often insufficient to meet the full medical needs of its members. Okay, 5K. Madalas 5K yata ang nababawas sa medical expenses ng isang guro na nagpapamedical through PhilHealth. At ang goal po nito is at least makatulong po sa ating mga kaguro. Pursuant to Executive Order number 64 of 2024 or Series 2024 through DBM Circular number 2024-6, each eligible DepEd personnel is authorized to receive medical allowance up to 7,000 pesos. So, magkakaroon ka ng medical allowance na 7,000 pesos per annum. A subsidy for availing health maintenance organization or HMO. Okay, subsidy. Kung meron ka ng health card, isa-subsidize mo na lang ito, 7K, dun sa health card mo. Maganda rin naman. Okay? Para dun sa mga wala pang health card, maghahanap ka ng HMO na pasok sa 7K. Diba? And this allowance aims to reduce the financial burden associated with hospitalization and medical treatment. Further, the grant of subsidy will foster competent, committed, adaptable, and healthy workforce. In turn, this will result in enhanced productivity in delivering quality basic education. So, ayan, para dun sa mga naghahanap ng mga HMO, tulad ng kaguro ko din, dapat check nyo rin kung saan available yung card na kukunin mo. Baka mamaya, available siya sa Cebu, taga Manila ka, taga Metro Manila pa. Available siya sa Davao, taga Luzon ka, di ba? So, check mo yung mga hospital na accredited nung HMO card na kukunin mo. Hindi lang basta-basta porket mababa yung presyo, go ka na agad. You always check yung availability ng hospital na accessible sa'yo. Quality yung price, accessible din yung location ng mga accredited hospitals ng HMO na kukunin mo. Para hindi sumakit ang ulo mo. Dahil na-excite ka dahil mayroon ka ng medical allowance. Kailangan pa rin maging cool para makapag-isip ng maayos. Okay? Sabi po dito, this order shall serve as guide for the central office, okay, SDO, and school to ensure effective allocation, distribution, utilizing, monitoring, and evaluation of the grant of the medical allowance within their respective jurisdiction. So as I said, last week ay kaka-orient lang sa amin ng aming school head about this. So as a preparation, if ever na bumaba na nga ito. Scope. This order shall apply to all eligible DepEd teaching and non-teaching personnel. So both non-teaching and teaching. Whether appointed or a permanent, coterminous, fixed term, casual, or contractual basis, subject to the provision under Section 5 of this guideline. So all DepEd personnel. So yan lahat, walang exemption. Nakalagay dyan, all DepEd personnel Appointed, permanent, coterminous, fixed term, casual, contractual basis, subject sila dito sa guidelines na to. So, balikan muna natin ito mga definition of terms. And user refers to the focal office that identifies plans, prepare, design. Yung HMO, Health Maintenance Organization, refers to the pre-agreed or designated healthcare services to the enrolled members for a fixed prepaid. High-risk cases refers to individuals or group of people requiring specialized healthcare arising from factors such as but not limited to age, chronic illnesses, pregnancy, and disabilities of any nature. HMO provider refers to juridical entity legally organized, provide, or arrange for the provision of pre-agreed or designated healthcare services to its enrolled members for a fixed prepaid fee for the specific period of time. Okay. Ayan. Medical expenses, group availment, ito yung mga pagpipilian Nung kami po ay nag-apply, ito yung mga pagpipilian. Group availment, individual availment. May dalawang option kayong pagpipilian doon. Kung group ba or individual. Ang pinapili sa amin is individual. So group availment refers to the collective method by which a group of employees avails a medical allowance. Okay. Individual refers to a single. So single yung ano namin, kaso nga lang, ang sabi, dapat mayroon kang HMO card para ma-avail mo itong medical allowance. Kaya ang task ngayon ni teacher is to look for an HMO provider na pasok dito po sa medical allowance. Sige, pag-aralan po natin itong policy statement. This order provides the guidelines in all allocation, distribution, utilization, monitoring, grant of medical allowance to all eligible deputy teaching and non-teaching personnel as mandated by, ayan, paulit-ulit na nating binabasa to update the benefits of eligible personnel in order to foster competent, committed, and agile and healthy workforce, thereby increasing productivity and improving the quality of public services. General procedures for granting medical allowance. Sino yung mga eligible personnel? 1. The personnel are already in government service and are to render services for at least a total of aggregate of 6 months of service in a particular fiscal year, including leaves of absence with pay and services rendered under any alternative work agreements prescribed by the Civil Service Commission. So dapat pala nakapagtrabaho na po siya ng 6 months for the fiscal year. Newly hired personnel may qualify for the grant of medical allowance after rendering 6 months. O kaya mayroon palang hindi qualified. Yung mga newly hired, pwede silang mag-grant after pa ng 6 months. Personnel who transferred to the DepEd and was not granted medical allowance by the government agency they previously worked for shall be eligible to receive the medical allowance from DepEd, subject to submission of certification from the former agency's human resource or personnel unit, office, or division. Kaya siguro yung co-teacher ko na dating local school board na nakakuha ng item at same school pa rin siya nakapasok, pasok pa rin siya dito. Mayroon lang siyang certificate from the former agency human resource or personnel unit. The certification shall then be verified by the concerned DepEd focal person. Okay? The medical allowance of a personnel or on detail to another government agency shall be granted by the mother agency, while those on secondment shall be paid by the recipient agency. A compulsory retiree whose services have been extended may be granted the medical allowance subject to the pertinent conditions and guidelines under this order. Personnel who are formally charged with administrative criminal cases which are still pending for resolution shall be entitled to medical allowance. Ayan. Kahit pala may kaso, pwede. Personnel who are formally charged with administrative and or criminal cases and who are found guilty with a penalty or reprimand shall still be, di ba? May kalokohan ka ng ginawa dahil guilty ka, pero subject ka pa rin, entitled ka pa rin. Personnel who study leave with pay on study training, scholarship grant, whether locally or abroad, and renders at least 6 months service in the same year, including leave of absence with pay prior to and or after the study leave or study training, scholarship grant shall be entitled to the medical allowance. So, sino naman yung mga ineligible? Number one, those who are hired without employer relationship and funded from non-personnel services appropriations budget as follows. Consultants and experts hired for a limited period to perform specific programs. Yung mga on-call. Student laborers or apprentice. Ayan. Individuals and groups of people whose services are engaged through contract services. Si contractor, hindi rin pwede. Officials and personnel who are already receiving HMO-based healthcare services by virtue of special laws. So, kung meron ka ng ganon, minsan may ganon eh. Personnel who transferred to DepEd within the year but was earlier granted medical allowance by the previous agency shall no longer be granted medical allowance by DepEd for the same year. For the same year lang naman. The medical allowance of any personnel funded by the respective local government unit but are assigned to DepEd shall be paid by the respective LGU. Sino pa? Personnel who are found guilty for an administrative or criminal case shall not be entitled medical allowance in the year when the decision resolution become final. Okay. The concerned personnel shall refund any medical allowance received for that year. Grabe naman. So, convicted ka na nga, magre-refund ka pa. O, diba? Personnel on study leave with pay or on study training scholarship grant, whether locally or abroad, for the entire year shall not be entitled to medical allowance. So, how to avail the medical allowance? Sabi po dito, the medical allowance may be granted either by availing of it through group availment or individual availment. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, na pagpipilian. So, sa amin, sa school po namin, ang pinapili ay individual availment. The process of registering for the availment of medical allowance, either group or individual availment, shall be in accordance with the following processes. And take note for the processes. The personnel unit division shall generate the list of qualified personnel to avail a medical allowance and announce through a memorandum or advisory. All eligible personnel shall fill out the medical allowance registration form, Annex A. Yun po yung pinil-upan po namin last week. Indicating their chosen form of availment. So, yun yan. Naka-indicate po sa amin, individual. The head of office or chief will consolidate the registration forms and submit to their respective FO. The FO shall submit the consolidated list of budget office unit division to determine the total pooled
budget for the procurement and individual availment. So group availment, the following guidelines shall apply to those who have availed a group availment. I heard my wife, yung kanila daw is group availment naman. So ito po yung procedure. The group availment for HMO type product benefits shall be through rapid procurement. HMO packages are greatly encouraged to include benefits for high-risk cases such as pregnant woman, senior citizen, or persons with disabilities. Moreover, the HMO coverage shall be for a period of 12 months. The following shall be considered in the procurement of all HMO packages: inpatient benefit, outpatient benefit, emergency care benefit, annual physical exam, and dental benefit. So, the group availment through agency procurement shall be facilitated by the designated FO in this order, subject to the procurement process as defined in existing laws, rules, and regulations. The procurement shall be done through the following. Ayan. CO personnel, RO personnel, and SDO personnel. The FO shall serve as the end user for this procurement. Okay, the end user shall determine the budget requirement for the procurement based on the consolidated medical allowance registration form. The end form, the end user shall prepare the procurement planning documentation, and the end user shall ensure the timely submission of statistical reports for the service provider. For group availment. Paano naman pag individual availment? Ito yung pinili po ng school po namin. Sabi po dito, individual availment form option may be availed through the following: payroll disbursement for the availment of new, renewal, or individual HMO. The EVO shall determine the number of eligible personnel based on the consolidated annex forms, kaya pinag-fill up po kami niyan, opted to avail the individual availment option. Personnel who already have an HMO type product shall submit proof of enrollment with the HMO provider to FO, such as but not limited to any of the following. Yun ang kagandahan sa individual availment, kasi kung mayroon ka ng HMO, magsasabit ka na lang ng proof na mayroon ka ng HMO, yun na yung ano mo gagamitin. Kasi ang term nga is, itong medical allowance is hindi naman talaga siya for a full-fledged allowance of your medical assistance, kundi ang sabi doon, to subsidize your medical, yung medication mo, if ever man na meron. Kaya siguro ang pinili sa amin is individual. Kasi meron naman talaga ilan sa mga katrabaho po natin na meron na silang mga HMO. Kasi dahil dun sa kanilang mga partners. So ito po yung mga for individual HMO: copy of HMO agreement, valid identification card issued by the HMO provider. Yung mga isasubmit mo ito, I think, official receipt for the payment of the membership fee for the HMO product acquired. Tama. Yung ipapasa mo sa FO mo kapag meron ka ng HMO. Kapag ang availment mo is individual. Personnel enrolled as supplemental members or dependents under their family HMO plan must present any valid proof of enrollment or registration that verifies such as condition. Entitlement of the medical allowance shall be granted only upon submission of such proof. Okay? The EPO shall submit the consolidated Annex A form that opted for the individual availment of HMO to their respective finance unit, office, or division. The finance office or unit or division of the end user concerned shall process the release of the medical allowance. Okay. Personnel are required to submit the aforementioned reportorial requirements subject to the usual accounting and auditing rules and regulation. Kaya nga ang instruction po sa amin, if you don't have a proof of HMO card, you cannot avail your medical allowance. Kaya, ang requirement for the individual availment, meron kang ipapasa, isasubmit na mga na proof of your HMO card. In case where the HMO type product availed is below rate of 7,000 medical allowance, a personnel shall not be obliged or obliged to refund excess amount. So, hindi ko na ito i-discuss pa. Pakibasa na lang po. Para may part naman po kayo. Every unit, authorized official, the conditions set forth in A and B shall also apply to personnel assigned. Okay. Hindi na. Hindi na rin. Clarity lang din. Ang fund source, sabi po dyan, as a national government agency, the DepEd shall charge against the available PS allotments for the grant of medical allowance. For fiscal year 2025, the medical allowance for full-time service of DepEd personnel shall not exceed 7,000 per annum per year. For each subsequent year, the medical allowance shall not exceed the amount authorized under the pertinent general provision of the annual GAA. Okay? Per annum, 7K. So yan, mayroon pang para sa part-time. Hindi ko na rin yan babasahin. Data privacy notice in compliance with RA number 10173 or Data Privacy Act. All third-party providers involved in the medical allowance program shall comply with Republic Act 10173, National Privacy Commission issuance. Moreover, all sensitive personal information, including medical and health information collected. Okay. So, safety ng inyong mga informations by this service. Okay, ito po yung form Annex A na finilapan po namin. Your full name, employee ID number, your position, your office, date of appointment, nung ikaw ay nag-umpisa sa government agency, kung teacher ka, teacher 1, kailan yung date of appointment mo? Kahit principal ka na ngayon. Sex, sabi nung katrabaho ko, no experience daw, joke lang. Mobile number, email, yan. Sa section 2, form availment, so depende sa ano nyo kasi, sa school or sa division. Kami, individual, pero ang pinili po namin between the two is payroll disbursement for availment of new renewal of individual HMO. Naka-payroll. Ito po yung pinili namin, ito. Tapos sa baba, section 3 certification, pipirmahan mo yan at with date. Papasa mo sa SO mo. Okay? Ayan, I think enough na siguro yung aking na-share sa inyo about the guidelines on the grant of medical allowance to the Department of Education personnel under DepEd Order number 16, Series of 2025. Pero kung gusto mo pa mas maging klaro rather, di basahin mo, i-review mo ulit itong DepEd Order. Pero kung hindi naman, pwede mong panuorin yung kabuuan ng aking video at sana makapagbigay linaw sa iyo about this medical allowance na marireceive mo bilang isang empleyado ng gobyerno, lalong-lalo na kung ikaw ay kaguro ko. Okay? At kung bago ka sa channel ni Sir Fox, huwag kakalimutang mag-subscribe at i-hit ang notification bell. Marami pong salamat. Happy learning, everyone.